the pain that brings you closer to Allah. Have you ever wondered why some pain never seems to leave? Why some wounds remain open no matter how much time passes? Maybe, just maybe, that pain was never meant to destroy you. Maybe it was meant to guide you back to the one who loves you the most. In life, every person carries a hidden burden. Some hide it behind a smile. Some bury it in their work. Some pretend they're fine. But deep inside, everyone is fighting a battle that no one else can see. There is a kind of pain that changes a person forever, not because it breaks them, but because it brings them to Allah. Sometimes Allah allows us to lose something we desperately wanted, a relationship, a dream, a loved one, a job. Not because He wants us to suffer, but because He wants our hearts to stop depending on temporary things and return to the one who is eternal. When life is easy, we often become distracted. We get busy chasing success, money, recognition, and comfort. Days pass without sincere prayer. Weeks pass without tears in sujood. Our tongues remember everyone, except Allah. Then suddenly, life changes. A heartbreak, a failure, a painful test. And in the middle of the night, with tears in our eyes, we whisper words we haven't spoken in a long time. Ya Allah, help me. That moment is not your weakness. That moment is your return. The world may not understand your pain. People may say, move on, be strong, forget about it. But only Allah knows the weight your heart carries. Only Allah hears the silent cries that never leave your lips. Only Allah knows the tears you hide from everyone else. Sometimes Allah doesn't remove the pain immediately, because the pain is bringing you closer to Him every single day. Think about it. How many people discovered the sweetness of tahajjud because of heartbreak? How many people memorized the Quran after losing everything? How many people became sincere believers because life left them with no one except Allah? Pain has a strange way of removing pride. It teaches us humility. It reminds us that we are not in control, and that realization is one of the greatest blessings a believer can receive. This world was never designed to satisfy every desire. If everything were perfect here, who would long for paradise? Sometimes Allah closes every door around you, so you finally knock on the only door that has always been open, His door. And unlike people, Allah never gets tired of listening, never gets annoyed by your tears, never says, you've asked too much. Every sincere dua is heard, every tear is counted, every sigh is known. Even when the answer doesn't come immediately, Allah is still working for your good. Sometimes He changes your situation, sometimes He changes your heart, and sometimes He changes both. Never think your pain is meaningless. The pain that brings you closer to Allah is not a curse. It is one of the greatest gifts a believer can receive. One day, you may look back at the hardest chapter of your life and realize it was the chapter that saved your soul. So if today your heart is heavy, don't run away from Allah. Run toward Him, cry before Him, complain only to Him, trust Him, because no one can heal a broken heart like the one who created it. Maybe the pain you're asking Allah to remove is the very reason you're so close to Him today, and perhaps the greatest blessing is not a life without hardship, but a hardship that never lets you forget your Lord. May Allah replace every tear with mercy, every hardship with ease, every fear with peace, and every broken heart with a heart that is forever attached to Him. Ameen.